Way to be with JanC Episode Trace. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing good. So, I guess first off, we'll apologize that we didn't have episode 3 last week.
Yeah, that was my fault, guys. I apologize. I was sick.
We had scheduling conflicts, and Cody got sick.
It happens, man. It ain't the Rona. It's just like a sinus infection. I'm still dealing with it a little bit. But all is well.
As well. And here we are.
No doubt. So, an update from the last time you guys heard from us. The brace on my left leg is no longer there. I got to take it off. I'm pretty excited about that. It's been off for about a week.
He is excited about that.
God, it's all I talk about anymore.
It is. You talked about it a lot.
When I came home, I was wearing shorts, and my folks have been in California, and they just came back the other day, but they hadn't seen me without the brace yet, so I walked outside, and I was like, hey, guys, what do you think of this? And, like, raised my shorts up really quick, and they're like, your leg? Your leg! They were like, your brace is off! I know! I would have danced if it were possible.
Still not possible.
It's still not. No, I can't run.
No river dancing.
I can walk. I've been using my cane less and less, which is a mistake because my legs hurt now. But
You should probably still use your cane.
yeah, I should still use the cane. It feels like the way to go.
It is.
How's things on your end?
It's been good, man. It's been good.
Yeah?
I'm getting a new computer built.
I was
That'll
about to
help
say-
with video editing and recording stuff.
Hell yeah. You spent your whole stimulus check.
I did. I spent the whole stimulus check on computer parts.
And you know what? It was
it'll
worth it.
It'll be a good computer. I'm just waiting on one more thing to come in, and then I'll be able to build it.
Right? You're just trying to video capture Bannerlord.
And other games.
And other things.
But Bannerlord will be a game that I would like to play, yes. And make a video of. And Halo.
And Halo. That's right. So we wanted to do our Halo, like, what is it, a run-through series?
Yeah, we're doing
Is that
our
what they're
Halo
called?
run-through series on Legendary. And we got the first couple episodes recorded. And then I went to edit them. And there's no game sounds.
There's no... wait, our voices came through?
Our voices came through. That audio track's fine. But the second audio track, which had the game sounds, is gone. It's corrupted or something.
Well, you know what we could do?
It's not there.
You and I have both played that game enough. So we could probably just do the music ourselves. It's like as we're going through, like... Dun, 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 dun. I'm sure that would get irritating after about 8
It
seconds.
would probably not be great.
I see it in your eyes right now, and I only did it for like 2 seconds.
That's true.
Feel like I'm going to get punched.
Going to have to try and re-record that and mess with the audio settings.
No doubt. We're going to have to try to emulate our enthusiasm from the first run through. Like, woo, this is so much fun and unexpected. Oh, no, there's an elite there. Why? If only I had seen it coming.
Maybe we'll do the second level a little bit better and you won't fall off that cliff 4 times in the
Oh
same
my
spot.
God. I almost want to post that just so I can...
I mean, I have the footage. The footage is there. There's just no sound to it.
There's me going, motherfucker! With no sound. I'm excited about that one, though. I'm excited to get this Cooking with JanC thing going.
Yeah, that's another one we're trying to do.
Does Walmart have flour yet?
Walmart does not have flour.
Are
man.
you serious?
There's a distinct shortage of groceries at the moment.
There is. That was
Which
so
may
crazy.
put a damper on Cooking with JanC until maybe after this outbreak is over.
True. Key ingredients to a cooking show. I mean, it's groceries.
True.
Yeah. So I just saw a meme about that. Like, I thought it was a local thing, but apparently, like, all Walmarts are out of flour.
Yeah, like
Specifically,
we
they're out
were
of
talking
baking
about that
goods.
the other day. That there's just like a shortage of groceries.
Excuse me.
Excuse you.
I'm sorry. I can't control it.
But yeah, there's just like a shortage of groceries nationwide. Fucking farmers are just pouring milk out because they can't sell it.
Like 20,000 gallons of milk just down the drain.
Yeah.
Not 20,000, 2,000.
Farmers burning crops because they can't sell them. And then the stores are all empty.
Why don't they just give it away? Like, they can't sell it. Why burn it? Just go into their communities and be like, here, this is, this is 8 tons of corn.
There's some organizations that are trying to organize that now and get that done. But the problem is most food pantries and stuff, which is where you normally give that food away to, they're not set up to take in like fresh produce and stuff. They take in non-perishables and cans. So there's not a supply chain between farmers and food pantries.
Right.
They go through factories and stuff where they get the non-perishables.
I don't know. I grew up in a family with trailers. Farmers got trucks and trailers, man. Just throw it on a trailer and haul it into town. Be like, free food. Free food.
I don't know. Social distancing, man. They can't come up there and get it.
That's true. I would be super sketched out if I just seen like a big pile of food and just people digging through it.
Yeah.
Actually,
if there was like a trailer out there on the road that just had a sign that said free food, would you really go get food out of it?
It depends on how hungry I was, I guess. I don't know. If it was like full of Big Macs, maybe. Full of like fresh produce, I'd be like, I don't trust it.
Yeah. But because, restaurants are closed and a lot of factories and stuff are closed, which is where the farmers are usually selling their food to.
Right. Yeah, and restaurants. Did you say restaurants? I feel like
I said restaurants.
Yeah, definitely. They're a big buyer of food.
Yeah. And factories are closing. Like there's several like meat factories that have closed.
Really?
Yeah. Just because of the virus. Employees got sick, so they just had to close down the factory.
Oh, I heard about one.
There was one that supplies like 20% of all pork products in the United States come from this factory, and it closed down.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. This is such a crazy time to be alive. It's so weird. I was online the other day because that's what you do when you have nothing to do and you can't go anywhere. And somebody had made a list of all the like once in a lifetime quote unquote apocalypses that we've lived through, and and there was a bunch on there, dude. It was like Y2K and excuse me, the Mayan apocalypse 2012, and it's like had all this crazy stuff that the world was supposed to end. And then the guy's like, dude, I'm not even 30. It's like we're literally forgetting about apocalypses. And that's just where we are. Like,
to be fair, all those other apocalypses, nothing happened.
And no. And this is barely an apocalypse.
And this isn't an apocalypse either. But
I feel like if we see an apocalypse, like an actual apocalypse in our lifetime, we're going to handle it poorly. Like our race is going extinct.
Well, that is the definition of an apocalypse. So
fine, an apocalyptic event.
Technically, if we don't go extinct, it wasn't an apocalypse.
Really? Is that a requirement for apocalypse?
I don't think there's an actual like scientific requirement.
I think it's the fall of civilization, not the extinction of a species.
I think the fall of civilization. That's what you consider to be an apocalypse?
Yeah. I'm sure the Romans thought that was an apocalypse when Rome fell.
But it wasn't.
It's a man-made apocalypse.
It was one...
A very localized apocalypse.
It was one nation being destroyed. It's very localized, bad event.
Apocalypse might be too big of a word.
Pandemic.
Pandemic.
That fits it.
Yeah.
Because, that's what it is.
It seems to fit. All the pieces are there.
All the pieces are there.
Somebody make something out of that. Either way, my point was we are not handling this well as a nation.
Oh, no, we did not handle this outbreak well at all.
And like the super Karen in Meridian, who...
Like we still don't have enough tests to test people.
I mean, no. No, we don't. And then people are just like being deliberately... They're deliberately making bad decisions right now.
Oh, you mean like people that protesting against social isolation?
Yeah, by forming large mobs and go into the Capitol building.
Didn't a bunch of them get sick?
They were all wearing masks. I don't know.
Oh, I thought I read somewhere that a bunch of people that went to that got sick.
I hope they do.
But I don't know for a fact. Like, that is unconfirmed.
Oh, the one that's coming to mind is not today, not yesterday, but the day before. I'm not going to say her name, but the internet has dubbed her Super Karen.
The Super Karen?
Or the Supreme Karen. And it was this mom with a couple of kids, and they went to a park in Meridian with like a bunch of people. There was like 30 or 40 kids running around, touching everything. And you know, kids are notorious for being super hygienic. Excuse me. Excuse me. We can edit that out. So kids are being kids, just touching everything like they do. Anyways, a police officer shows up and he's like, "You guys have to go home because the park is closed." And I don't know if you knew, but there's like a pandemic going around.
Yeah.
You know, so we're trying to stay away from each other, and it can survive on surfaces for up to like 72 hours or something like that. And it's like, just the less stuff you touch, the better. So the park is closed right now. I'm gonna have to ask everybody to leave. Well, they mobbed on him. They formed an angry mob, and then his partner came with like the parks director for Meridian, and they turned on that guy too. They're like, "This guy's not going to arrest us. He's not even a cop," and just straight up said no. And then this woman got in this cop's face and was like, "Well, then what are you going to do? Arrest me for taking my kids out and letting them enjoy the sunshine?" And he's like, "I'm not telling you can't be outside. I'm telling you can't be here at the park with a bunch of people. Like, that's literally the opposite of what's supposed to be going on." Anyways, this whole video lasted like an hour. But the gist of it was this woman got arrested because she was being like super aggressive to the cops. And that's like telling a judge to fuck off. It's not going to work out well for you.
No, cops love that, man.
Yeah.
When you get in their face and super aggressive.
So they can tase you. They did not tase her. I want to point out, they did not tase her. But I would have. That's why I'm not a cop. I would have shocked that woman into, I don't know, next week. But she was up in his face, like completely ignoring social distancing. And she was she's like, "People don't touch stuff at Costco." And she's bringing up like all the businesses that are still open. It's like all of them are taking precautions to make sure everything's wiped down and sanitary, and there's only X amount of people in the building, and they're doing everything they can to keep it under control to a point where people need groceries. You guys don't need to be in the park. And also, there's nobody sanitizing the park. Kids
That's
are just
true.
touching stuff. Yeah, it's crazy. Do you remember when we were kids, going to like chicken pox parties?
No.
No, we grew up.
I have heard of those before, but no, I never went to one.
No, all right.
I did get chicken pox, though.
I didn't go to a chicken pox party either, but it was something I heard of.
So something we heard of, but no one we know has ever actually experienced.
Josh Paul went.
Josh Paul went? Josh Paul would have went.
Josh Paul's mom made him go. Either way, the point is
That's what I was saying.
Your healthy kids. You bring your healthy kids to another kid's house that has chicken pox, so they get chicken pox, so they become immune to it and just get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's going on here. People are like, they're forming these mobs. These people went to what they thought was the governor's house, turned out to be his mom's house over in Emmett, protested in his front yard, her front yard. They went to the park director's house, I think. I could be wrong on that one, but they went to another house. And then they went to that cop's house that was at the park. But by the time that they were going there, they caught wind of it. And so there was a bunch of squad cars parked outside this guy's parking lot. And there was like 30 people standing in this guy's yard, just protesting the cop for doing his job. I'm like, there's a clear difference between like a police state, which we are not in, and just trying to enforce a stay-home order, but you don't want to stay inside for a couple of weeks. There's like 10 days left in this thing.
That's true.
It's like, dude, we all miss our families and we all miss going out and doing whatever we do, but it's not. Maybe I'm biased. I've been on quarantine since November.
That's true.
And if you're going to snap after like 2 or 3 weeks.
You've been home for a long time.
I've been home for a long time. I ain't been to work in 6 months. I didn't get out of my bed for like 11 days after the surgery. Both times. It was nuts. It's like, boo-hoo. Cry me a river. Stay home for 10 more days.
The stay-at-home order ends on the 30th, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the end.
Yeah, so there's like only a week left in it.
Yeah. But no, how are you going to deny my kids a source of vitamin D and sunshine? Like, that was an argument she made.
Give them some Sunny D.
It's like, give them some Sunny D
Some
if that's
milk.
your concern. Jesus.
He needs some milk.
He needs some milk. Anyways, they booked her. They arrested her. And that's just crazy. And then, I don't know how true this is, but everybody that's following this story is like, it was staged. They went to that park deliberately to get the cops to go out there so they could try and prove that we're in some kind of military control state or like a police state.
I mean, that happens. People do that.
People do that.
Like, they go out
I'm
to
pretty sure that's what
intentionally
happened.
antagonize people or the cops so they can get it on camera. And I wouldn't put it past them.
I wouldn't put it past them at all. But
Especially not Super Karen.
The only thing, the Supreme Karen. The only thing that makes me think that part is not true is that there was a lot of people there. And it's hard to coordinate that many people.
There are big groups of those people, and they got nothing better to do.
I mean, yeah, that's true right now. But still, convincing that many people is like, hey, we're going to go piss off some cops and record it. Like, I wouldn't want to be a part of that. No.
Well, no, we wouldn't. But
No.
we also wouldn't be at the park
That's true.
during a stay-at-home order.
It's not how we do. We stay at home, except for me. But I don't go anywhere. I just drive. Just because I'm tired of being inside. But I stay away from people. I don't go out, like, go to the stores and anything.
There's not that many stores open.
Not that many stores open.
You get grocery stores.
Mostly, I stay in my car. I listen to music. I drive like 100 miles. And then I come back home.
Why are you driving 100 miles?
Because I am bored. I am bored, and Overwatch is just not doing it for me anymore.
Oh, it gets repetitive, man.
Yeah. Just the gameplay does. Like, I play with a group of people, and that's always fun. I get on there, and it eats up my time from like 9 o'clock to midnight. We'll get on there and play. But after that, I'm still up till like 5 in the morning because there aren't any rules anymore. Not for me. My sleep schedule's been jacked up for a long time. Going back to work is going to be terrible.
Unless you work nights.
Unless I work nights like you.
Hey.
But we're not all that cool.
Night workers.
Quick shout out.
Quick shout out to the graveyard shift people.
No doubt. Hashtag children of the night.
I'm with you.
Looks like we're going with the night boys. That seems like that's all anybody's talking about now. It's just how the world has lost its damn mind.
People have always been talking about that. People have literally been talking about that since I was born.
Really?
Yeah.
You've just been hearing
Well,
that story your whole
since
life?
I can remember.
That makes sense.
suppose.
I know your
I
parents.
don't remember when I was born. But shortly afterward, the memories do start.
About 4 or 5 years, give or take.
And I always remember that as just being a thing. Like, people talk about how crazy the world is and how it's lost its mind and
Yeah.
it's going downhill.
And it just got worse.
And I'm like, it seems the same to me.
Like, I long for the days of, like, 2001.
2001.
Pre 9/11.
It's like you want to be
2001.
back in junior high.
No, I don't want to be. 2001. I was 11.
Oh, we weren't in junior high 2001.
No, we were in 6th grade. Mr. Shelton's class. That was when
Yeah.
9/11 happened.
Yeah, 9/11.
Okay, well, maybe not those days then. I can't pick a year. There's literally a terrible thing that happened every single time. 2003.
true.
What was no 2004?
There hasn't been that many terrible things that have happened in our
There's
lifetime.
been at least 2 school shootings every year.
But we weren't part of any
Not
of
school
them.
shootings, mass shootings. We weren't part of that. But it was just stuff going on.
I mean, not to say that that doesn't make it a bad thing. Like, they still were terrible things. But as far as our life experiences,
Yeah, well, we were 14 years old. You know, our life experience included like Pokemon and
yeah,
stuff like that. A lot of 4-wheeler riding back in those days.
Pokemon.
Gotta catch 'em all. Let's talk about something happy. I'm tired of all this quarantine, pandemic, virus talk.
All right. What's your happy thought?
I don't have any. I'm depressed.
You like Overwatch?
I do like Overwatch.
You like Minecraft?
Played the shit out of Minecraft yesterday. Or last night. Was it yesterday? When was the last time I was here?
Last time you were here?
It was like a week ago.
I
Wasn't
say,
it?
yeah, it was like last week when we tried to record the podcast and you got sick.
I feel like it was like Saturday. Today's Thursday.
Today's Thursday.
Oh my god.
That was like almost a week
There
ago.
are no days anymore. I hate this. I'm bad at that stuff anyway. I'm like, yeah, the other day. And it was like 6 months ago. If I say it happened the other day, you've got a window from yesterday to at least 8 or 9 months. It's the other day. Well, no, wait, no, that was like last summer. I'll say stuff like that all the time. I catch myself like, oh, that's right, I'm not that smart. Do you know how smart you know or have to be to know how fucking dumb you are? This exact smart right now.
know exactly smart I am.
Yeah,
know
I know.
exactly how dumb I am.
Yes. I'm just smart enough to know that I am really stupid.
Which is...
That's a terrible way to live your life.
It's better than being too stupid to know you're stupid.
Maybe. They seem happy.
Yeah, but they're so stupid.
But they're so stupid. But they're happy. Right now, I'd trade it. I would trade for happiness.
You trade it? You trade intelligence for happiness?
Maybe. I'm not the smartest guy around, but I'm smart enough to be not happy about a lot of stuff. I don't like that. And traditionally, that's not how I am. I'm usually a very happy person. I'm just still dealing with the fallout of last year. Just all this crazy stuff keeps happening. And it's not getting better. I'm just waiting for the clouds to break.
Heard.
Like everybody is right now.
Yeah.
It's just like one horrible thing keeps happening after the other, and here we are. And freaking all the concerts and festivals and shows I wanted to go to this summer are all canceled and postponed until next year. The governor of California is I'm talking about this stupid stuff again. I wanted to change subjects. Governor of California is wanting to extend the stay-home order to the end of the year. That's the last thing I'm going to say about it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I know they got a lot of... The infection's pretty bad down there in California.
Yeah. There's like 60 million people that live there.
Yeah.
It's a bunch.
I don't know. Hopefully, if it gets lifted on the 30th, like we don't have a mass of new infections and everything works out. I don't know.
We'll see.
To be perfectly honest, it has not changed my life all that much.
Same.
Being an essential worker, I still have to go to work every day.
How does it feel to be essential, buddy?
Feels exactly the same, only I have to wear a mask and stuff at work now.
No offense, but if I had your job, I'd be wearing a mask at that place all the time.
It's not
And it's not any... I know it's irrational. I just got a weird thing with like kids and very crazy elderly people. It's weird. I don't like kids because they're always wet. And that bothers me a lot. I'd rather have them touch my feet. For those of you that don't know, I don't like feet. It's not my thing. I don't like them. I don't like having people touch them. Oh, it was the worst. When I was laying in bed after surgery,
Yeah.
that's all I could do is just lay there like this because both my legs were just straight and immobilized. So I was just laying under my blankets, and people would come in to check on me. And like the first thing they would do, because my feet were standing up, would just grab my feet, like, hey, how you doing, bud? And just shake it a little bit. I'm like, don't, because I can't move my legs. It just made me uncomfortable. And it would piss me off for like an hour. I would be legitimately mad after they left. Like, you're not going to touch my goddamn feet. Anyway, that's how I feel about kids. Little tiny kids, like 2 and 3 year olds. I play with them. It's fun. It's not like I'm, kicking them, get your kids away from me, whatever. I'll sit there and play with your kids or whatever. But just know that the entire time I'm uncomfortable because something on that kid is wet. And I don't trust them. I don't trust it.
I don't trust the moisture.
I don't. It's like... That's the feeling. There's no better way to explain it. When you touch something that's unexpectedly moist, you're just like, ew.
Heard.
It's not the life I'm trying to live. It's like Buttons, how he licks everything. He licks his bed, mostly.
Buttons is the dog.
Buttons is my dog, and he is a very handsome boy. He's the best dog in the world, but he licks everything. He'll just be standing there.
Dude, he will just lay on the couch and just lick it.
Aggressively lick it. Just getting in there.
For like hours.
Non-stop, the whole time. I've become tone deaf to it, really. Because I can't get him to stop. So he just sits there and licks his bed. I give him like little toys and stuff. Instead of chewing them apart, he fucking just licks them. It's weird. Except for Bones. He eats Bones. My point was, he'll sit there and lick something like the couch or a pillow or his bed or my bed. And I won't realize it, but I'll sit down or I'll put my hand over there or something, and it just lands in this wet, mushy, shouldn't be wet or mushy spot. And I just instantly hate my dog. I love him. But the second I put my hand into one of his drool spots, and they're quite sizable, like the size of a decent dinner plate. It's so irritating. It's just such a weird thing to be mad about, but it triggers something deep in me. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Something weird that I love, though, is getting the first scoop out of the jar of a peanut butter. I love it. I love just having the first spoon out of that smooth peanut butter surface right on the top. Just like, oh, that's my stuff, man. That's a weird thing I enjoy.
You're not the only one. Like, I've noticed a lot of people enjoy, like, the first bit of something, or, like, the first scoop out of a tub of ice cream, or the first drink out of a bottle of liquor.
I was like, what's the first scoop out of a tub of ice cream feel like?
Oh, yeah, you're lactose intolerant. You don't know.
I'm not lactose intolerant.
You don't even know what the 100th scoop feels like.
I'm not lactose intolerant. I can drink milk. I can eat cheese. I can have dairy. It's just ice cream. I don't know what it is about ice cream.
You're frozen lactose intolerant.
Yeah, something like that. I'm ice cream intolerant.
But, like, I don't get the same feeling. Like, it doesn't matter to me to get the first scoop out of something. Like, that's never been any kind of feeling for me.
Man, that's so weird.
And it was funny, once my brother bought this bottle of liquor to share with everybody that was going to be there.
Uh-huh.
But he wanted the first drink out of it, but I gave the first drink to someone else, and he was like mad about it. And I was like, "What?" He's like, "You gave him the first sip." And I was like, "And?"
I assume there's more. Yeah, the first sip out of a bottle of liquor, that wouldn't bother me.
I don't know. It mattered to him.
Not
and it mattered to
pleasing.
other people too that I talked to about it, but it was never something that mattered to me.
The first sip out of a bottle?
Yeah.
You just don't want the last sip out of a bottle. That's pretty much it.
You definitely don't want the last sip out of it.
God, no.
But
You're not. That's not even liquor anymore.
But he wanted that first pour.
That's weird. Were they just shooting it out of the bottle, or were they pouring it in the cups?
I don't know. It was a while ago.
Just to fuck with him, I'd pour it all into different cups and then pour it all back in the same bottle. Like, who knows who's got the first drink now?
Well, technically, no one's drink out of it yet.
You saw which one. Which cup the first one wins? Shut up, Josh. I don't like you anymore. It's been well established I'm not a smart man.
I'm not a smart man.
But I know what love is. You went full retard.
Never go full retard.
Never go full retard, man. That's what they say.
That is what old Robert Downey Jr. said when he was playing a black guy.
He was playing a
in
dude.
blackface.
He was a dude playing another dude, disguised as another dude.
Can we appreciate the fact that Robert Downey Jr. got away with being in blackface for a movie?
Yeah, he did it, man. He just slipped it in.
He
I
did.
think because it wasn't such a blockbuster movie. It's kind of a on the side movie. Still good, but not the main dish, you know?
Yeah.
And Jack Black was in it, and people just have no expectations with Jack Black. They have no idea what he's about to do.
No, Jack Black is unpredictable, man.
Dude is chaotic good. The embodiment of it. Or I like to think so.
He is, man. He's good.
I like to think so. I hope he don't show up in the news under a raid or something. 50 Asians come busting out of his basement or something. I was like, don't worry, they're tagged. I would hate to see him in that light. Oh no, he's creepy. And then people would probably just be like, it was Jack Black. I'm like, good point. You didn't know what he was doing. I like Jack Black a lot. He might be my spirit animal.
Jack Black, your spirit animal?
Maybe.
Can a person be your spirit animal?
Your spirit animal can be whatever you think. I like to think.
It sounds like it requires it to be an animal.
What are humans, if not animals?
Humans.
That's fair.
We're kind of our own deal.
We're our own deal by a bunch of mistakes that happened throughout evolution.
Like mistakes or perfection? Nah, not perfection.
It's like the line between brilliant and insane. It's very thin. It's only crazy if it doesn't work.
Then it's eccentric.
Imagine if, Columbus just got lost out in the ocean. Nah, edit that part out. I don't know where I was going with it.
Where were you going with that?
I don't know.
I'm imagining it now. Columbus, he's lost. Where's it going? What's happening?
I forgot the end of the
Is
story.
there a point to this story?
Please edit it out.
I don't know if I can anymore.
Dude, take it out. I had a point. I swear to God, it was on the back of my mind.
The back?
Shut up. I'm done talking. That's it. Podcast is over. We'll catch you guys next week. I say dumb things.
Usually it's on the tip of your tongue. Or it was right there.
The back of your mind is an apt description of where the rest of my story was.
Okay.
You ever just say something and then immediately forget? I'm not even messed up.
I know.
I'm sober as a bird right now, and I'm just... It's nuts. I don't like it. I don't like the way my head works.
I don't know, but I want to know where Columbus was going, man.
I wish I knew. I'm blanking even harder now. Why would I even bring up Columbus? What were we even talking about?
The line between insanity and genius.
Oh, that had something to do with Columbus, but it was a story that had nothing to do with insanity and genius. It was just the word Columbus triggered something. It's like, oh, this little story. But it's a dumb story, and I don't tell it a lot.
Fair enough. So you're not going to tell it?
No. No. I'm sorry. If you don't edit that out, I'm going to punch you in the neck.
Dude, it's 5 minutes of footage.
I know. It was only 10 seconds if you had stopped it when I told you to stop it.
But I couldn't because it was intriguing.
Because it's raw. It's fucking raw! You guys are witnessing raw stupidity right now. The effects of untreated ADD and just general apathy.
Master Chef, season 6.
Season 6. You are
That
watching the shit out of
Steven
that show.
guy is insane.
Oh, crazy guy with the glasses?
Crazy guy with the glasses.
Yeah, that dude is nuts.
Because Gordon Ramsay, he was tasting his dish, and he was doing that thing where they just have blank face it and they don't say anything. That dude like gets down on his knees and looks up into Gordon Ramsay's face as he's bent over the plate. He's like, does it fucking taste good?
That's my boy. I called him in episode 1, season 6.
He's in the top 4 now.
Good.
Like he's making it.
I made that claim. I was like, I want this dude to ride it all the way to the end, at least top 5.
Even Gordon Ramsay couldn't hold it together. He busted out laughing when the guy did that.
Man, you see something like that. If you don't laugh, you're not human. That's hilarious. That dude is legit crazy. He even looks crazy with the thick ass glasses. He looks like Bubbles.
He does. He looks like Bubbles from Trailer the Park Boys with those glasses on.
No doubt. Do you like it, Gordon Ramsay? Oh, man. That show's so good, though. I've had to take a break from watching it because I was just rolling through it.
What, MasterChef?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had to break it up. That's why I've been watching The League a lot lately. It's like I just need something that I don't really have to pay attention to. I can just catch the humor. Because that show has some primo shit talk. That is weird. You're right. That show.
The League is a good show.
It's a good show. Steve Renazizi is a funny guy.
He is. And it has Catalina from My Name is Earl in it,
And
which...
Sophia Ruxin.
Sophia Ruxin.
Ooh, please edit that noise out.
I can't, though.
I know, you're not going to
It's
edit
too
any of this
funny.
shit. I don't like it. It's funny to you, but I feel like an idiot.
It's funny to me, and it'll be funny to Michael.
Yeah.
And my mom.
Right?
Which is the main portion of our audience.
Actually, my parents are subscribers now.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
They're
I got a
not-
couple.
They're not
people that listen to it.
subscribers. Because I can see all of the subscribers. It
We
gives
have
me
like 10 subscribers.
it gives me notifications
Oh.
when I get new ones.
Well, you messed up because I subscribed from her phone.
Because I subscribed her.
I did that. We need a following. Then there's...
My niece is also following us.
Oh, well, perfect. What's up, Sarah? How you doing? Shout out.
Shout out.
She's like, don't use my name. I'm sure your parents would have a problem with us using their real names. Maybe.
Probably not. Maybe.
I don't know.
I probably won't.
Probably won't.
But I'll
That's a
use,
shame, though, because their names are great.
But I'll use Sarah's name.
Sarah. So it's so weird. You know how, like, nobody has any phone numbers or anything like that memorized anymore?
No, I don't remember anybody's phone number anymore.
Not, like, any of them?
Well, I know a few old ones.
Old ones
But-
that aren't in service anymore.
Like all new people's phone numbers and people who've gotten new numbers, I don't remember any of them.
There's no need.
Yeah.
I dated Brianna for, like, 4.5 years, and I don't know her phone number.
Yeah, I don't know Chelsea's phone number either.
Siri does. That's all you need.
That's all I need. Saved in my phone.
No doubt. Human memory is so bad.
Well, you forget things that you don't need to remember.
Like phone numbers.
Yeah, because it's easy access.
Right.
There's
Think
a
of
thing
this
I
as
was
your
actually-
external memory.
I was watching, I think it was a TED Talk.
Yeah.
It was about memory and stuff, and it was how the internet and technology has actually made people's memories worse because our mind naturally doesn't put effort into remembering things that we have easy access to. And since Google, you have easy access to everything in your hand, your mind doesn't put the effort into remembering things. You have to put way more effort into remembering things.
That's crazy to think about. I wonder what the implications of that would be. Like what kind of things really depend on your memory throughout the day? Besides, like, fundamental stuff, like, you know, words and colors and shit.
I mean, not a whole lot, man.
I don't know.
Like, you have access to pretty much any kind of information that you need. You don't have to remember. You have access to it.
They have access to the entire reservoir of human knowledge. And it's in my pocket. That's why I get excited about the future. All the time. I'm ready. Bring it on.
I'm ready
See
for
what
the
else we got.
future.
I'm ready for the fucking apocalypse.
It's all shiny and chrome.
Chrome! It's forever
SpongeBob.
unclean. Oh, no. God, that was a weird episode.
That was a weird episode.
You can say that about every episode of SpongeBob, though.
That's true.
That's a show I haven't watched in such a long time. But it ran forever.
It did. And its memes are everywhere.
Yeah, SpongeBob memes are probably the most prevalent memes on the internet. Like, there's a SpongeBob meme for every occasion.
Pretty much.
There's a good cast of characters. You got Redneck Sandy, you got Squidward, which I think just identifies with millennials. Just, like, slightly depressed, but not depressed enough to, like, I don't know, shut it down. Just like, let's see where this goes. You got SpongeBob, the lovable idiot. And then Patrick, the other lovable idiot. Mr. Krabs. Arr, 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 arr. Doing that laugh. That's another one of my trigger words. Mr. Krabs. Arr, 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 arr. And I blame Zach entirely because he started doing that because he loves SpongeBob. I loved it when I was like 12. Yeah, I'll laugh at it. It's funny. The songs are good. I don't breathe SpongeBob, you know?
Mm-hmm. SpongeBob, it's a good cartoon.
It's a good cartoon. They did a good job on it. Everybody was so mad at Maroon 5 at the Super Bowl.
Oh, they were, man.
Because
they played the intro to Sweet Victory, and then they went into sicko mode or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Boo.
Boo. People would have been less mad if they had just not played Sweet Victory at all.
Yeah. They'd have been like, oh, man, they didn't do it. But that was giving them a little bit of hope and then just taking it right out from under their feet. And that's the cruelest thing you can do is give someone hope for the sole intent of crushing it. That's some Disney level bad guy stuff. That's top tier.
That is a Disney villain persona.
That's Maleficent. She was just being petty. That whole movie was just her being petty.
It's so petty, mate.
That's petty. Ugh. The razzle dazzle over there. The razzle dazzle. The razzle dazzle. You know, something kind of, not that it was unexpected, but pleasantly surprising.
Yeah.
Is how much beer it doesn't take to catch a buzz.
What?
Anymore. I'm saying I can drink a little bit. Because I would drink like a lot of beers and rock a decent buzz for a little while. Now I can drink like a beer and rock a really good buzz for like a little while.
Okay.
I drank 2 beers the other night, stacked them. That was nuts. I was drunk. I was for sure drunk on 2 beers. Like I haven't drank in months. Like I would have a beer like every now and then. I wouldn't finish.
That makes you sound like a high school kid. It's like, dude, I drank 2 beers. Fuck me up.
I hear myself saying it. I don't like it either. Drink like 2 beers, bro. Fuck me up. These are strong though. There's like 7.5. Woo!
Isn't that average?
No. Average is like 5. A really good strong beer in America is like 13%. They sell them at Tap House. Yard House? Yard House. I do that every time.
The Tap House. The Yard House.
It's the Yard House. Some kind of house. They're very similar restaurants. Tap House is in downtown Boise. Yard House is in the village. And I have a friend that works at Yard House. And I keep calling it Tap House.
You know, I work there now.
You don't work there now.
They are closed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I hear about it.
Closed due to infection.
It's nuts. That's all he wants to do is get back to work. That's
Well, he
all
does
anybody wants
because
to
he needs
do.
money.
For sure.
And he was making good money.
He was making great money there. Yeah. I think the restaurants are going to do like a soft opening. They'll have like limited capacity. It's like we're only letting like 50 people in or whatever.
Oh, yeah, like on the 30th or
Yeah.
on the 1st.
Yeah. Though it'll be like a soft deal.
It'd be chill.
Yeah.
Just a few friends, you know.
Just, close friends, family. The rest of you can fuck off. I think the employees eat more at the restaurant than patrons. And it's not really the employees of any restaurant eat that food more than like people that go to that restaurant.
Individually, yeah.
Yeah. Individually. Yeah, they can't out eat.
They're not
They're
out eating the customer base. But yes, if you work at a restaurant, you're probably eating that food more often than an average person who comes to the
How long
restaurant.
does it take that to taper off though? Because some people don't. They don't eat the food at the work or at the restaurant they work in because they're just tired of seeing it.
I mean, yeah, then those people don't.
But where do you draw the line?
I think average workers probably do because they get it for cheap.
I think it has entirely to do with how much time you spend in that restaurant, whether you're full-time or not.
And if they give you free food or not.
And if they give you free food, which they don't.
Some do.
They're not supposed to.
Chili's gives its employees one free meal
Really?
when they work. Yeah.
On the shift?
Yeah.
That's cool.
On their shift.
I think most of them do like
They could come in before their
50% off
shift and get a free meal.
Yeah, unless they're corporate. And then corporate's like you get 10%. That's your employee discount. Or 20%, whatever it is.
I don't know. I was never corporate, so
You worked at Ryan's.
it's not corporate.
That's true.
And Ryan's only offered us 50% off. They didn't give us free food.
And McDonald's. You worked at McDonald's. They give you free food at McDonald's?
No, it was half off at McDonald's.
It's like they didn't give it to you, but it was free.
They give me free food. I ate a lot of free food.
Oh, man. Did you ever screw up anybody's order like really bad and know it?
All the time.
All the fucking time. It's like you give them a sandwich.
I was like 15, 16. I was a shitty worker. Like every other 15, 16-year-old.
Yeah, that's true. I was a hard worker at 16. I was a great worker. I remain a great worker to this day. That's a bad example. Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, that's true. Teenagers are often not reliable workers. That's why the restaurant turnover rate is so high. They hire a lot of teenagers.
Yeah, the restaurant turnover rate is like the highest turnover rate anywhere.
Oh yeah, it's gotta be.
It's bad.
It's not a great job. It wasn't supposed to be a great job.
It's not a great job, and it's not a great workforce either, working the job.
No, it's usually just drug addicts or teenagers or both.
You can make a lot of money if you get in like the fancy restaurants as like a waiter.
You can do good there, but I don't know. I've never worked in like a fancy restaurant. I've always been in like
Neither have I.
different.
I did
less than
read
that.
it was a person that worked at like a 4 and 5 star restaurant. I forget what it was, but they were talking about what it's like to actually work there.
Was it Omar's?
No, this was on the internet.
Oh.
And they said that like it is hard, like because it's like the standards are really fucking high.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were talking about, like they had to put a lot of work into their appearance stuff because it was a woman, and she said like it took her like an hour to get ready for work because she had to do her hair and makeup and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But she said that she worked about 30 hours a week. She made about between $1,000 and $2,000 a week in tips.
I didn't see that number coming. I thought you were gonna say like 700 or 800.
She got a free 4-star meal every day she went to work.
That's pretty cool.
And she got to take bottles of wine home from work for free as homework.
That's cool. Oh, that makes sense.
Because
you gotta like do pairings.
Yeah, because they need to know what the food tastes like, and they need to know what the wine tastes like, so they can accurately describe it to the customers.
Man, yeah, that's just higher quality.
And she only worked at night because those restaurants, they aren't open
They don't
during
open
the day.
till 4 o'clock.
They open at dinner. Yeah.
There'll be people there at noon, but they're just prepping for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never worked in a place like that before.
That was crazy. $1,000 to $2,000 a week.
Waiting tables. That's nuts. And you're getting a higher caliber customer in there too.
Well, yeah. I mean, those restaurants, you're paying like $100 a person.
Yeah, give or take.
If you go there, and if you're tipping, 15%, 20%,
it's $15. $20 per person.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. It's like, I don't deal with those types of customers.
No,
all the restaurants I worked at.
In our restaurants,
I get stuffed.
we didn't have that quality of customers.
Nah.
They were, in fact, shitty tippers most of the time.
How you guys doing? Diet Coke. I'm like, okay, cool. Just so, like, if you're one of those people that goes into a restaurant, like a diner or whatever, and just is rude to your server, fuck you. Fuck you. I'll say it. I'll say it for every server that's had to put up with some asshole that just came in a bad mood. It's like, dude, I'm not here to ruin your day. I'm here to bring you some food and maybe some fucking water. Ugh. When I was working in Jonesboro in Smalley's, I had a friend of mine. She had a table to do that to her and just fucking made her cry right in the middle of the restaurant. Just insulting her. Anyway, so she comes back in the kitchen and she just starts breaking down. It's like, these people are so rude. So, like, 4 of us went out to the table at the same time. I'm like, we're all your waiters now. Talk shit. It was like me and like 3 really tall dudes. I'm wide. I'm wide. They were tall. We're like, why don't you go ahead and talk shit? Yeah. Surprise, surprise. They didn't leave very much.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you go into a restaurant like that, granted, if the service is terrible, leave a smaller tip. But fucking, like, they're making $2 or $3 an hour to deal with some of the worst people. And granted, 9 times out of 10, your tables are fine. If you have a 50 tables on a shift, 2, 3 of them max are probably like that. But that's all it takes, is one table just to be an absolute dick to you for no reason. And it can ruin a really good day.
It does.
Especially in the era of Yelp, where they can get online and leave really shitty comments about you.
I had a table tell the manager I was racist.
What?
The reason that I was racist was I took a really long time getting their refills back to them.
Oh, yeah, that's the height of racism. Hitler would be proud.
The height of racial superiority.
Absolutely.
Getting your drinks on time.
Nah, you let them brown people be thirsty. What? That's your fucking conclusion?
That was what that... And they complained, yeah.
And
they actually told that to Glenn at Ryan's.
He's a racist. Man, that's exactly what I'm talking about, though. You got to deal with people like that.
They didn't tip me either.
I bet they didn't.
Bastards.
That is racist to say. No. That's so stupid. Did you ever consider that maybe you were an asshole and I didn't want to spend time at your table? First of all, it's a buffet. My job is to clear plates and bring refills. Among other things. I've never worked at a buffet. So granted, I don't know what that's like. But I assume, as far as table interaction goes, it's, hey, what do you want to drink? Would you like more rolls? Let me get these plates out of your way. Which, now that I say it out loud, sounds suspiciously like not buffet restaurant.
This is
Hey, what did you like to drink? Would you like some more rolls? Let me get these plates out of the way. Here's your check. All right, fair enough.
Yeah, I didn't have to take orders, and I didn't have to bring food, and that was nice. But I had a lot of tables.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, like, we had that whole side of the restaurant.
You'd have like 20 fucking tables.
It was only like 2 servers on the whole side of the restaurant.
Yeah. So that doesn't happen at non-buffets. Like, the max amount of tables you're going to get to a section is like 5. Oh, yeah. Unless you're working tamales, and then you're just working 2 sections, but you wind up with like 12 tables. What was I going to say? Oh, I was working a Sunday in the South, which is way different than Sundays here. But one of my friends was going to walk out of the restaurant because the manager was being not nice, and he doesn't work there anymore. He opened his own restaurant, which failed miserably because he put it in the old Corky's building.
That building is not a good building.
It's cursed. But anyways, so he just got done hollering at her because, I mean, we were busy. Every table was full. And it was Sunday, and the Sunday crowd is pretty notorious for just not being very nice. Anyways, so she came up to me because she had the section next to mine, and she's like, hey, I'm walking out of here in like 5 minutes. Are you going to be okay? I was like, I'm going to be fine. She's like, you're probably going to have to take over all those tables. Like, okay, whatever. Just let me know, like, give me 30 seconds or something before you leave. Just let me know you're about to leave, and I'll take over your tables. And she's like, okay. So she did, and I did. I took over the tables, and I was insanely busy. But in one day, I made like $300.
Nice.
It was nuts. And we used to have this big giant box in the back of the kitchen that we got our napkins in. It was gigantic boxes full of pocket Bibles and fake money. Because that's how Sunday crowd would tip.
Oh, yeah.
They would leave a pocket Bible with a fake 100 tucked in it, and you open it up, it's got like Bible verses and stuff on it.
Yeah. By the way, if you are one of those people that leaves the fake money with like a Bible verse or, go to church advertisement on it, you are the worst Christian person there is. The servers remember who you are when you come back, and they spit in your drinks.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's why your service is bad, because you did that to a server. And guess what? Servers talk to other servers. We got friends in other restaurants, and we talk about you.
Yeah, they remember who you are when you come back, and that's why you have bad service.
Oh, you're the guy that took up all my time and then left me no money and just a Bible verse. Seriously, the box that we had in the back, we had to throw it out every month because it was just crammed full of those stupid things. Pamphlets, and it's like, nobody here is going to convert to Jehovah's Witness, man. Just give it up. Granted, there was only a couple Jehovah's Witness things in there. And apparently they recruit at restaurants while you're trying to work.
Well, I think they just recruit wherever they see you.
Probably.
It's kind of their job.
It's like, not at work, though, man. Because you have to be nice to these people. You have to indulge them just a little.
Yeah.
It's like, I got max like 20 seconds to spend with you. When it's busy, 20 seconds is a generous amount of time to spend at one table.
It is. When you're busy.
And they want to tell you a story. It's like, this is how my day's going. It's like, do you see these 19 people behind you? I have got to go talk to all of them and get your food out on time. It's like, let me do what I got to do, and then I'll come back. Maybe come back on like a Tuesday or something if you want to tell a story. A Sunday, Wednesday, Fridays. No, that's not the way to do it. So practice proper restaurant etiquette. Be kind to your servers. Leave tips, because their days are hard. They're on their feet, walking on concrete, trying to remember 10,000 things at once. And they just come to realize that your ranch dressing isn't that fucking important. Sorry, it's not. No one cares. But at those nicer restaurants, the standards are different.
They are.
But so is the workers, the servers there. They're held to a higher standard because they're at a higher standard. But if you're just trying to get a $10 cheeseburger at some diner, then be nice. That's all I'm saying. Is that time? We had time?
We're at time. And that's a good note, Tendo.
Yeah.
Be nice.
Be nice. Just be nice to people.
Just be nice to people.
Keep your social distancing. Don't antagonize the cops. They're having hard days too. Okay? They miss their families. They're just trying their best. So, stay safe.
We should write a book.
We should.
Called How Not to Be an Asshole.
How Not to Be an Asshole. That's going to be the title of my autobiography. It's going to be The Life and Death of Cody Bradford. How Not to Be an Asshole, but also how to sometimes be an asshole. Heard.
Well, guys, we'll hopefully catch you next week. As long as no one gets sick again.
Yeah, fingers are crossed.
Podcasts. Catch it on YouTube, Podbean, now on Spotify also.
Really?
Coming soon to iTunes.
Nice. Thanks for listening, guys. We appreciate your support. Be sure and like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. We try to put these out on Fridays, excluding last week because I was sick and we had some work scheduling issues. But we'll do our best to get them out to you on Fridays. So thanks for paying attention. Thanks for listening. If you have anything that you want to add, just leave it in the comment section below. We're pretty good about replying. Have a good day.